Nobody?
Yes.
Yes? Couple? Okay. Well, I'm going to show you guys a quick video, and if you guys want to, not want to, you should have your graphic organizer out, and this will answer the Israel-Palestine wall for you, if you guys don't have to fill that yet. Okay? If I could.
I'm standing in front of one of the most infamous man-made structures in the world. In some places, it's as high as 8 meters, making it twice the height of the Berlin Wall. It runs 280 miles long.
I'm old-fashioned and have a desktop computer.
Barrier or the security fence. I'm standing in front of one of the most infamous man-made structures in the world. In some places, it's as high as 8 meters, making it twice the height of the Berlin Wall. It runs 280 miles long, basically the distance between Philadelphia and Boston. It's been under construction for the past 13 years, and it's still not done. Oh, and according to the International Court of Justice, this wall is completely illegal. I'm in the occupied West Bank, where Palestinians have been living under Israeli military occupation since 1967. The wall is one of the most imposing parts of that occupation. Israel began building the wall in the early 2000s during a wave of suicide bombings that targeted Israelis. The Israeli government calls it the separation barrier or the security fence and says the aim is to keep out Palestinian attackers. But thousands of Palestinians still manage to get across every day looking for work. So, if the wall doesn't stop people from crossing, then what does it do? Let's take a look at the root of the wall. You'd think a wall meant to stop people from entering its territory would be built on Israel's border. But 85% of it is inside the occupied West Bank on Palestinian land. International law says it's illegal to build settlements like these on occupied territory. But this is one of over 200 settlements and settler outposts housing 500,000 Israelis in the occupied West Bank. Technically, these settlers live outside of Israel proper, but the wall has shifted the boundary between Israel and the West Bank to swallow up more Palestinian land. When the wall is completed, an area the size of Chicago will have been added to the Israeli side of the wall. While settlers who live west of the wall are full Israeli citizens with rights and benefits, the Palestinians who live in that same territory have none. This is the village of Dab'a near Qalqilia. It's just one of many Palestinian villages that lost at least half of its land to the wall. Israel used dynamite to clear the path for the wall, damaging homes and the local school. In some parts, the wall is made of concrete, and in other parts, it's fencing, depending on the proximity to Palestinian homes. I'm standing at a gate that Israel only opens once a year to allow villagers to harvest their olives, which was once their main source of livelihood. What happens when the wall cuts right through a neighborhood? This entire Palestinian village called Hizma has been walled off from the rest of Jerusalem, except for the homes of a couple of Palestinian families that got stuck on the Israeli side of the wall. And people here aren't even allowed to go visit their old neighbors. Hizma is technically part of Jerusalem, meaning it's on Israel to provide the villagers services like trash pickup and security, but it doesn't, and the villagers are basically forced to fend for themselves. You'd think the biblical city of Bethlehem would have a booming tourism industry, but here you can find one of the clearest examples of how the wall has devastated the Palestinian economy. Many businesses have shut down and families have left. When it's completed, Bethlehem will be completely cut off from its agricultural land, its churches, and more. The wall, along with a series of illegal Israeli settlements, are physically strangling the city, and it can't expand. And because of the wall, most Palestinians coming from Bethlehem cannot take this road to nearby Jerusalem. You can only get through this checkpoint if you have a special permit, which most Palestinians can't get. So there you have it. This wall, a fixture of the occupation, has destroyed neighborhoods, strangled the economy, and illegally grabbed more Palestinian land. Palestinians call it the apartheid wall. And the question is, how long will it stand?
Decades ago, it built building.
Okay. Where's the light switch, Matt? Thank you very much. All right, now let's revisit this graphic organizer, guys. In different video, but when filling out the graphic organizer, what did you guys find from that video for the Israel-Palestinian wall? Anybody? Any volunteers? Before I start calling tables. Smart. All right.
Economic consequences that it's costing a lot of money to build.
A lot of money to build these walls, right? It costs a lot of money to build the walls. That's a big economic consequence. Yes, and back.
It destroys families.
Destroys families. Can't visit your neighbors, can't visit your family. It's a huge social impact. Yes, ma'am.
For environmental, it's destroyed half of the land.
Destroyed half the land in the city. You guys saw all that trash, right? Big environmental impact. So let's revisit the directions again for the free response question that you guys are doing, okay? Identify 3 examples of walls or other barriers by countries in the 20th and 21st centuries. Okay, well, we had, I don't know why I keep pointing to her, but we had the Israel-Palestine wall, right? And it was built to, and it was really mined to keep terrorists from attacking their people, right? So we have identified that. In going into the fact that they built it to keep terrorism out and people from getting attacked, that is B. That's explaining the purpose of that wall, okay? And then we had economical impact, social impact, and environmental impact, all these consequences, okay? So we are answering this FRQ, aren't we?
Yeah.
You guys feel confident being able to do this?
Yes.
Yes? So what are we doing in part A? Identifying 3 examples. Part B, what are we doing? Explain the purpose. Part C, what are we doing?
Consequences.
Okay. So we ready? Ms. Ponce, how much time do they have to complete this? I have a little video at the end.
Okay, so how long is that?
It's about 5 minutes.
Okay, so they have 30 minutes.
You guys have 30 minutes. Get out a piece of paper. Seems like a lot. So your answer, part A is going to be a paragraph. Part B is going to be a paragraph. Part C is going to be a paragraph. You guys can write 3 paragraphs. Yes, sir. What's that? No, all Chromebooks must be closed. I know, right? And yes, sir. Well, I would say part A may be 3 sentences. Part B might be a little longer. Part C is probably a little longer than that. If I was writing it. that, you guys, go ahead and get started.